Hey guys, welcome back to Modeling Manhood. Today's title is Huddle Up. And if you guys think about like a football team that's all trying to get down the field, they're all getting in a group and they're listening to the quarterback give the plan that they got from the coach. And they're going to execute a plan and kind of figure it out. And trying to get kids all in a circle and all ready kind of doesn't always go the best. So I kind of phrase this term, make a circle, not a slug. If you guys think like a slug that's kind of like all misformed versus kids all circled up, uh, it's something I find myself saying a lot when we're trying to either work with the Christian Service Brigade boys or trying to get some information apart during a class or a lesson or something like that, or just getting the kids together before we go like on a hike or do something. It's like, let's circle up, let's get some information out, make a circle, not a slug. And I want to make sure that everybody's within earshot so that they can hear the instructions. And in the book of 1 Samuel, a young boy named Samuel keeps hearing this voice, and he gets some good advice. So we're just going to read it here, 1 Samuel 3. And we'll start in verse 2. We'll start in verse 1. Now the boy Samuel was ministering to the Lord in the presence of Eli, and the word of the Lord was rare in those days. There was no frequent visions. And at that time Eli, whose eyesight had begun to draw dim, so that he could not see, was lying down in his own place. The lamp of God had not yet gone out, and Samuel was lying down in the temple of the Lord, where the ark of God was. And the Lord called Samuel, and he said, Here am I. And he ran to Eli and said, Here am I, for you called me. But he said, I did not call you. Lie down. So he went and lied down again. And the Lord called again, Samuel. And Samuel rose and went to Eli and said, Here am I, for you called me. But he said, I did not call you, son. Lie down again. Now Samuel did not yet know the Lord, and the word of the Lord had not yet been revealed to him. Verse 8, And the Lord called Samuel again a third time. And he arose and went to Eli and said, Here am I, for you called me. And Eli perceived that the Lord was calling the boy. And Eli gives him some advice after probably being awakened 3 times out of his sleep. And Eli perceived the Lord was calling the boy. Therefore Eli said to Samuel, Go lie down, and if he calls you, say, Speak, Lord, for your servant hears. So Samuel went and lay down in his place. And the Lord came and stood, calling as he did other times, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel responded, Speak, for your servant hears. And the Lord said to Samuel, Behold, I am about to do a thing in Israel. And I would encourage you guys to read the rest of it. But how often do we think we hear all the directions? We get into a group or we're listening for instructions, and we totally misinterpret the instructions because our brains go in a million other places. We're off focus. And Eli gives the young boy Samuel some good advice here in his young age. Say, speak, your servant is listening. And we need to be that way with others when they're giving us instruction. We need to be that way, especially when the Lord is giving us instruction. If we're praying and reading our Bible, we need to be listening too, listening for His words just to speak clear and resonate with us and give us guidance and direction. So I hope that you guys learn to listen when the Lord speaks and calls you. And remember, as always, to mirror your Maker and journey with Jesus.